Sheldon, little bootleg ass studio.
Y'all remember Miss Parker? Oh yeah, y'all remember Miss Parker. Miss Parker, Miss Parker. Yo, indubitably. Miss Parker still look nice. She sat down with who she sit down with? Comedy Hype. And she spoke on Bill Cosby. It was rather interesting. Good morning, Helena. How are you? Appreciate you pulling up to the bootleg ass studio. Oh God. You could be anywhere in the world, but you right here in the bootleg ass studio shooting the shit with Sheldon. Mean a lot to me. Oh God. But yeah, Miss Parker, she sat down with Comedy Hype, and she had a interesting little piece on Bill Cosby. I'm gonna play this right quick for us, and I'm gonna let her do her
He
thing.
didn't want to be blatantly saying, "Hey, well, how you doing? Come on in."
Gotcha.
And it just didn't feel right. And so I said no, and I did dodge that bullet, thankfully.
Looking at kind of you wanting to be a comedian, you dating comedians, and then even in terms of the era that you were in, did you ever have any run-ins with Bill Cosby in those times?
Now, when I watched this earlier, I didn't really watch it big like I'm watching it now. I mean, she still look good. Don't get me wrong, but I can see more of her. You know, yeah. I'm just gonna keep on playing.
I had
She still look
met
decent
Bill
though.
Cosby. First time I met him, I was dating Richard Roundtree.
Okay.
Richard and I were still very good friends, but I dated Roundtree for a while. And he was a good friend with Bill Cosby. And we went to his home, I think it was the Bel Air home, I forget which one. Bill was with some young lady. He was still married at the time. And so we stayed in our own little rooms and stuff, had fun, had a little dinner or whatever. And that was it when I had kind of met him then. And then sometime later down the line, I was working on, I
She
think it
finna
was
talk about how
MTV
Bill
Image Awards
Cosby
backstage or
tried to
one of
shoot her
those
shot.
shows, and Bill
Shoot a
was
shot.
there, Cosby. I said, "Hi, Bill, how are you? I don't know if you remember me. I was with Richard Roundtree. We came up to the house." He said, "Oh, yeah, I remember you."
So when he first met her, whatever, she said she was dating somebody, Richard Roundtree, yada yada yada, or whatever. She met him again, and she asked him if he remembered her, and yeah, he remembered her.
And actually, I was on The Price is Right at that time, so it was in the 90s.
Miss
And actually,
Parker.
he had his other show going on too. What was To Tell the Truth or something. He had a black girl on there. It was the only model. I forgot what show it was. So he said, "Yeah, I'm thinking about adding another model to my show, and would you be interested?" And
Yo,
what have you, like to talk to you about it and what have you. I'm like, "Yeah, maybe, if it works out." So he was flying back to New York. He actually called me. We were in touch about it, and he wanted me to come to New York
Okay.
to either audition or do the show or what have you. And it just didn't feel right. I'm like, "Bill, I'm married, and because he was leading up to some kind of, he didn't want to be blatantly saying, "Hey,
insinuating
well, how you doing? Come on
Gotcha.
in."
Gotcha.
And it just didn't feel right. And so I said no, and I did dodge that bullet, thankfully, because
Yeah.
I could have been a little more naive in thinking that truly this
think that
guy,
was kinda
Bill, wants
like
me to
his-
be in this. That would be great, see if I could work both of them.
Yeah, you think that was his game, kind of?
Oh,
Because I've seen his. I
Oh,
read his
absolutely
stuff,
it was. Oh my God, that guy, I can't believe all the stories. And I know Beverly Johnson very well too, and I know she would never, ever lie about some of what happened to her. But it was.
Was there something that, like in particular, that he said or a gesture that
you don't know what nobody would lie about, first of all. So
he did where you was like, yo, this doesn't seem as legit as he might be presenting.
Well, I think maybe he might have
71
alluded
years
to the
old,
fact.
what?
Have you read for the. I don't know if read for the show or be part of the show or see how.
71 years old. Yeah, she looks hella nice for her age. Oh God, she looks nice.
You work out there and we could just hang out and kick it for a little while, something like that. And I don't want to actually say anything verbatim that he said, but he alluded to something of that nature that kind of sent up a red flag. I'm like, no, I'm not.
You can tell at this point you've been in the industry.
It was kind of like being hit head on a bit, but not blatantly. Like I said, it was under an undertone that you can tell that he wanted me more than just to be a model on the show or audition for it or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, now
Sheldon, little bootleg ass.
she had that was kind of interesting. You feel me? Like because I find it quite odd, you know, that just my opinion, y'all. You feel me? It's kind of, I mean, a man gonna be a man. Like, can we blame him for shooting his shot? It sounds like to me that he shot his shot. Any man that pretty much want you to know that he wants you more than just whatever he's gonna try to make you feel that. So say something about it. You know what I'm saying? To kind of transition into it. You feel me? Like, but to know that he already done went through what it went through, and you to add that in there to insinuate as if, you know, what he did may not have been the most moral or ethical thing to do because he knew you were married. Possibly, I don't know if he knew you were married. You know, but it sounded like he just shot his shot. So why say or mention that as if what he did was bad to throw more dirt on his name in the situation? You know what I'm saying? If that's the only situation that you got now, if you know what I'm saying, she did say that he was insinuating basically. So if it was some words that actually sent up the red flag, like what are those words? You already speaking on it. Let's dive into it. Let's see. You know what I'm saying? Because like she did he or did he not cross the line? You feel me? I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Then she said whoever she knew wouldn't lie about nothing. That person has lied before about something. Every human being has lied about something. So that is not no. I can't, you know, but that's interesting though, you know. Miss Parker was a fine work back in the day. You feel me? I'm sure she was a lot of shots was getting shot. She was getting a bunch of men. Like damn. So I don't know. Was that a bad thing? Did he do something terrible by, you know, trying to shoot his shot?
If you ain't fucking with my nigga Sheldon, nigga, fuck you. Yeah.